Morning students. So far we have completed all 5 exercises of NCERT book. Today we will be starting the chapter 6. The name of this chapter is integers. And before I start about integers, can I please ask you once, what is the name of the book? Is it NCERT Class 6 Mathematics? Or there is some name given to this book? The name given to this book is Play with Numbers. That means you will be given different types of numbers. So far, the types of numbers with which we have played were whole number, natural number, prime number, composite number, co-prime number, all that. So today, we will see one more type of numbers. This type of number is called as integer. Say for example, if I have purchased one chocolate from the market, then how many chocolates do I have? I have one chocolate. But if I have not purchased the chocolate, then how will I say? Zero chocolate. But if I borrow one chocolate from one of my friends, saying that I will give one chocolate on the next day, I will bring chocolate from home and I will give it on the next day. If I borrow it, then how many chocolates I have? Do I have one chocolate? No. Then I have minus one chocolate. So integers are the positive numbers, 0 and the negative numbers. Collection of positive numbers, 0 and negative numbers are called as integers. Now what is the importance of this positive number and negative number? Positive number shows gain. Positive number shows positive direction. Positive number shows rise in the height. Positive number shows movement towards north. Positive number shows movement towards right. Whereas negative number shows decrease. Negative number shows downward. Negative number shows going down in a hill or going downstairs, downstream of the river. Alright. So negative and the positive sign put before any number gives a direction to it. Say for example, if I want to say that I climbed on the tree and the tree was 20 meters high. So how much height did I reach? I reached 20 meters high. But if I fall down, then how will I say? I fell down minus 20 meters from the tree. Similarly, there are three main types of land features on our earth. One is land, another is ocean, and the third one is mountain. So whenever we measure height of mountain, we say above the sea level. And whenever we measure the height of any land or any mountain, then again we say that below how much of the sea level. Because sea level is considered to be a uniform level because the water assumes the shape of the geographical feature. Alright, whatever the geographical feature will be there, its surface will assume that particular shape. So height of any geographical feature is measured from the sea level. Irrespective of what is the geographical feature of different oceans, it is considered that the sea level is uniform throughout. So whenever we measure any geographical feature, we measure it from the sea level. Alright, now this was the introduction about integers. So forget about everything. Basically what you can keep in your mind is integers are positive numbers, negative numbers and 0. Now let us solve a few questions. After solving a few questions, insight about the integers will become more clear in your mind. Not clear from mind, clear in your mind. So we'll do exercise 6.1. Please use your textbook and read the question 2. The first question says, Write opposite of the following. A. Increase in weight. What will be its opposite? Decrease in weight. Second is 30 kilometers north. B. 30 kilometer north. Now how do we draw direction? Like this. This is north, this is south, this is east, and this is west. So 30 kilometer north, its opposite will be 30 kilometers south. You can take screenshot or you can note down. I'll count 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Question number 1C. (326 BC). Alright, so I do not know whether you know about BC and AD or not. BC means before Christ. The date or the year on which Jesus Christ was born, according to Christian calendar, that day is considered to be the first year of the whole world. So 326 before Christ means when Christ was born, 326 years before that. And after Christ was born, those days are known as Anno Domini, AD. Alright, so its opposite will be, this cross sign means opposite. Huh? This cross sign means opposite, or I can simply write like this: 1 hyphen 326 AD. Next, loss of rupees 700. Question number D. Loss of rupees 700 will be gain. Gain of rupees 700. Question number C. 100 meter above the sea level. 100 meter above the sea level. Its opposite will be 100 meter below the sea level. So question number 1 is done. We'll go for question number 2 now. Represent the following numbers as integers with appropriate sign. Represent the following numbers as integers with appropriate sign. A. An aeroplane is flying at a height of 2000 meter above the ground. An aeroplane is flying at a height of 2000 meters above the ground. Its answer will be plus 2000 because it is above the ground. Next, a submarine is moving at a depth 800 meter below the sea level. A submarine is moving under the sea at a depth of 800 meter below the sea level. So below the sea level means minus. Answer will be minus 800 meter. A deposit of rupees 200. A deposit of rupees 200. It will be equal to plus 200. Or we can write plus sign of rupiah and 200. Next is withdrawal of rupees 700. D. Withdrawal of rupees 700. It will be minus rupees 700. So where do we deposit money? We deposit money in the bank. So when you will go to the bank and you will deposit money, then in the passbook they will be writing plus 700, or under the column of deposit they will write 700. But when you will take out money, then either they will put a minus or they will put that amount in the withdrawal column and they will subtract it. So taking out money is negative and depositing money is positive, because when you deposit money, money increases. When you withdraw money, then money decreases. Question number 3. Represent the following on a number line. So first we have to draw a line. After drawing line, we have to write down the numbers, then it will become a number line. So number line is a line in which numbers are shown, position of the numbers are shown. So we have to draw a number line and then we have to show +5. So if I see whole question, then see the lowest number here is -10 and the highest number is +8. So in one number line only I can do all the questions. See, in between I will take 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. In the left hand side of 0, all the numbers will be negative integers. -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, -6, -7, -8, -9 and -10. Now see the first question. We have to represent +5. So +5 is this one. These all are plus. In the right hand side all numbers are plus. In the left hand side all numbers are minus. So I can flag this out as A. Next is, or you can make one flag also like this. This is A. Next is -10. -10 is B. C is +8. This one. C. Next is -1. D. D is -1. And E is -6. This one. So in this way we can show A, B, C, D and E, where A is equal to +5, C is equal to +8, E is equal to -6 and B is -10. When you will do this in your classwork notebook, please use a scale. On the board, I don't require to use a scale because I can approximately or roughly I can draw very near to close diagram. But when you will do it in your classwork notebook, try to do it neatly because I will not get marks for drawing it in this way on the board. But on the notebook, when you will not use a scale and pencil, your marks will be deducted. So please use a scale and pencil when you do it in your notebook. Next is question number 4. Adjacent figure in a vertical line representing integer. Adjacent figure is a vertical number line representing integers. Observe it and locate the following points. If your textbook is stitched, you will not be able to see the figure. But if you will open it wide, you will see in the right hand side one vertical line is drawn. Question number 4. You will see in the right hand side corner one vertical line is drawn. In this vertical line, there are a few letters written and there are a few markings done. At the top it is +8 and below it ends at E. So let us see how much it is. So say this is 0. And at the top it is -8. So 1, at the top it is +8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. Below how many divisions are there? Below I can see that there are 10 divisions up to -10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is plus 1, plus 2, plus 3, plus 4, plus 5, plus 6, plus 7 and plus 8. This is 0, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, minus 5, minus 6, minus 7, minus 8, minus 9 and minus 10. Now we have to locate D. If you will see A, question number A, if point D is plus 8, then which point is minus 8? So this point, it is shown in the book, it is plus D. It is D. So minus 8 we have to find out. So if I have to find out minus 8, then near to minus 8 F is written. Here you will find F is written. So we'll write answer will be minus 8 is equal to F. Next, is point G a negative integer or a positive integer? B. Point G, let us see where point G is. Point G is at minus 6. This is point G. Point G is at minus 6. So what kind of integer it is? It is negative integer. So B. Point G equal to minus 6 is a negative integer. Is a negative integer. Then C. Write the integers for point B and E. At B it is plus 4. Here B is written and B is plus 4. And E is minus 10. So we can write B is equal to plus 4 and E is equal to minus 10. Next, which point on this number line has the least value? E has the least value. Minus 10 is the least. So we'll write D in the given number line. Minus 10 is the least number shown. Minus 10 is the least number shown. But what is the least number which can be shown? So there is no limit of it, because a line is not ending. Shape at both the ends does not end at all. But in the given figure, minus 10 is the least number given. Next, arrange all the points in the decreasing order of value. Arrange all the points in the decreasing order of their value. Okay. Now the points which are given are D, C, B, A, H, G, F, E. So we write D is the biggest, then C, then B, then A, then H, then G, then F, and then E. Is question number E part. Now question number 5. Following is the list of temperature of 5 places in India on the following day of the year. Write the temperature of this place in the form of integers in the blank column. Alright, it is given like this: Siachen, place, temperature, and integer. First is Siachen. -10°C below 0°C will be -10°C. 10°C below 0°C will be -10°C. Shimla. Below 2°C below 0°C. This will be -2°C. Ahmedabad. -30°C above 0°C, so +30°C. Delhi. -20°C above 0°C will be +20°C. Srinagar. -5°C below 0°C is -5°C. Now write the temperatures of this place in the form of the integers in the blank column. So this first part is done. This was A, part A. Now let us see part B. Five A is done. Now 5B we will do. Following is the number line representing the temperatures in degrees Celsius. Plot the name of the city against each temperature. Okay. Now the same number is written in the form number line. Let this be 0. Now after division of 5, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. 30, and this side -5, -10, -20, -25, -30. Now whatever I have drawn in this range of integers, these places can be located. Siachen is at -10, so this point will be Siachen. These all are degree C. Shimla -2. Minus 2 will be in between 0 and minus 5. So it will be somewhere here. Shimla. Next is Ahmedabad 30. This is Ahmedabad. Delhi is plus 20. This will be Delhi. And Srinagar is from 0 to 5 degrees C. So here. No, it is minus 5 degrees C. This one is Srinagar. So places are located. Now question number C. Which is the coolest place? C. Which is the coolest place? Coolest place will be minus 2 or minus 10. Minus 10 is the least temperature. So Siachen is the coolest place. Siachen is the coolest place. This is C. This was A, this was B, that is C. Now question number D. Write the name of the places where temperatures are above 10 degrees C. So temperatures are above 10 degrees C for Delhi and Ahmedabad. So question number D will be Delhi and Ahmedabad has temperature more than 10 degrees C. Now in this exercise there are 10 problems. So I have done 5 problems today. Rest of the 5 problems I will be doing tomorrow from the same exercise, because your time for studying the next class will begin and will take little more time. So I will not linger it today. So I will solve the exercise in 2 parts. Let today's part be part 1 of exercise 6.1. Alright, so today we have done part 1 of exercise 6.1, in which first 5 questions are there. Tomorrow we will be doing the questions from question number 6 to question number 10. Thank you.